Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cutting through the hype and grounding AI in physical reality. We're looking at a massive economic shift, drawing directly from three pivotal sources. First, NVIDIA's 2026 annual review, which details a multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure build-out. Second, the jaw-dropping news of NVIDIA's $12.9 billion acquisition of Hugging Face. And third, a highly critical new archive paper evaluating the trillion-dollar question: is artificial intelligence currently in an ongoing financial bubble? We're going to look way past the chatbots today to see the heavy, physical assets and raw economics actually driving this era.
Okay, let's dive right into this. For most of computing history, software was basically pre-recorded. Humans wrote an algorithm, and computers blindly executed it. But that era of general-purpose computing has kind of run its course, especially with Moore's law slowing down. Today, software is trained. It learns from massive amounts of data and generates intelligence in real time. And because intelligence is now being produced in real time, taking into account context and prior knowledge, the entire computing stack beneath it has had to be completely reinvented from the ground up.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer: the new computing paradigm, AI's five-layer cake, the AI factory economics, agents and physical AI, expanding the open ecosystem, and finally, boom, bubble, or build out.
Section 1. The new computing paradigm.
To really grasp the scale of this shift, we have to look all the way back to the IBM System/360 in 1964. Computing platforms usually shift every 10 to 15 years, right? Think mainframe to PC to internet to mobile cloud. But what's happening right now is a complete reset of computing itself. This quote from NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang absolutely hits the nail on the head. A computer used to be a tool. In the age of AI, it is manufacturing equipment. We are moving away from computers as simple tools that just retrieve stored files. They're now critical infrastructure that manufactures intelligence in real time. This isn't just another software upgrade cycle, it's a fundamental redefinition of what a computer actually is.
Section 2. AI's five-layer cake.
So if a computer is now a factory, what exactly is it building? When you look at NVIDIA's industrial view of AI, it completely shatters this myth of an abstract, ethereal cloud just floating above us. AI resolves into a highly physical, essential infrastructure. Think of it much like electricity or the internet. It is a massive, incredibly capital-intensive stack that takes raw materials and converts them into digital intelligence.
You can think of it as a five-layer cake. At the absolute foundation, you have energy. Energy literally becomes computation. Above that, you have the compute layer, the chips and the systems. Then comes the infrastructure layer, followed by the models, and finally, sitting at the very top, the applications. The crucial takeaway here is that every single successful AI application pulls on every layer beneath it, all the way down to a physical power plant. When applications scale, that entire heavy physical stack has to scale in parallel.
Section 3. The AI factory economics.
This brings us right down to the physical and economic reality. We aren't building traditional data centers anymore. Welcome to the AI factory. Traditional data centers were just built to store and serve files. But AI factories? They are heavy, physical production systems designed to manufacture tokens at scale. They convert raw energy into tokens, the basic units of digital intelligence, just like a power plant converts energy into electricity. And here is why this matters so much. These facilities require immense amounts of land, power, and liquid cooling. They aren't IT cost centers anymore. They are revenue-generating assets where compute is the productive infrastructure of a brand new economy.
The economics of these factories are defined by one major inflection point. Inference has officially overtaken training. AI is no longer just being built, it's being used continuously at massive scale. Because of that, your throughput per megawatt now defines your overall production capability, and your cost per token defines your economic efficiency. Token output directly equals revenue.
And the scale of efficiency required here is just staggering. With new architectures like the GB300 NVL72, we are seeing up to 50 times higher throughput per megawatt and up to 35 times lower cost per token compared to older generations, especially for low-latency workloads. This proves something absolutely crucial. Inference at scale is not just a chip problem anymore. It's a massive systems architecture problem that requires GPUs, networking, memory, and software, all flawlessly designed as one unified entity.
Section 4. Agents and physical AI.
So we're manufacturing all this intelligence, all these tokens, but how is it actually put to work in the real world? This brilliantly illustrates the contrast between the two frontiers of AI labor. On one side, we have digital agentic AI entering enterprise workflows. On the other, we have physical AI operating out in dynamic, real-world environments. Both of them rely on the massive factory infrastructure we just talked about, but they apply that manufactured intelligence in vastly different ways.
Let's unpack this a bit. AI has officially moved from just answering a prompt to doing sustained work. Agentic systems can now perceive, reason, plan, and actually use external tools. They break complex problems into steps and execute across long-running workflows, doing things like autonomously generating software or managing entire supply chains. Meanwhile, physical AI takes this intelligence and puts it into motion. Robotics and autonomous vehicles combine reasoning with a deep understanding of geometry and physics to act in the physical world. This is exactly what transforms factories, warehouses, and transportation.
Section 5. Expanding the open ecosystem.
Now, to support this incredible array of digital and physical agents, the industry needs highly specialized, customizable intelligence, and that is driving a massive consolidation and expansion at the model layer of our 5-layer cake. Let me give you a massive, real-world proof point of this ecosystem's value. NVIDIA recently agreed to acquire Hugging Face for a staggering $12.9 billion. This isn't just another tech acquisition, it's a testament to the sheer financial gravity of the open-source model ecosystem. The open ecosystem is no longer some side project, it's foundational infrastructure.
Open models have officially reached the frontier of capability. They are literally the lifeblood of this build-out because they dramatically lower the barriers to entry and allow enterprises to deeply customize domain-specific systems safely and securely right on their own proprietary data. They even power national sovereignty, allowing nations to build AI that perfectly aligns with their own languages, cultures, and values. And most importantly for the economics of this whole industry, as developers build and deploy these open models, token generation explodes. That activates immense demand across the entire 5-layer stack.
Section 6. Boom, bubble, or build-out.
All right, we've seen the shift to real-time intelligence, the 5-layer cake, the gigawatts of AI factory power, and the billions being spent on open ecosystems. So here is the ultimate reality check. Are we in a financial bubble? That is the exact question posed by a recent multi-method evaluation paper over on Archive. Investors and enterprises are rightfully questioning the return on investment here. Building out this multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure requires unprecedented, hugely capital-intensive investments in land, liquid cooling, networking, and power generation. Will the enterprise ROI, driven by these new agentic and physical AI workflows, truly match the scale of the money being poured into the concrete and copper of these AI factories?
The answer to that is going to define the global economy for decades. As the NVIDIA 2026 Annual Review bluntly states, the future is arriving faster than any platform shift in history. AI is reindustrializing economies. It's creating entirely new classes of skilled jobs, from pipe fitters to critical facility engineers, and automating tasks so humans can focus on the actual purpose of their work. So I'll leave you with this provocative thought to consider. As this immense supply-demand flywheel of tokens and compute accelerates, are we witnessing the peak of a speculative bubble right now, or simply laying the foundation for the largest industrial revolution in human history? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning and keep questioning.